what's going on, guys? James here bringing another YouTube video, and this one is going to be finally the year-end review, and I'm recording on the 29th of January, so I'm pretty much a month late. But goddamn, you know, I've said it before, trying to find a way to become consistent with this shit again is difficult. And I've constantly gone through this thing of like, I'll be consistent and I'll really get back into it and I'll make a bunch of content, and then something will happen and then I'll fall out of it, and then like it's so hard to try and just bring it all back. But nonetheless, I'm already rambling a minute into the video, whatever. Nonetheless, year in review, I finally have time to do it. Let's do it. So 2021, because this is the year in review for 2022, so we finished off 2021 looking really good. In November, I had quit my job at the time, and had enough saved where I can, for the most part, just kind of like relax a little bit and just have some time for thinking. And in that time of thinking, I put a lot of time into the channels again, and I realized at one point that having a dedicated wrestling channel was a dumb idea, because the main channel, the one that you'll be listening to or watching this, depending on if it's a background tab or something, you'll be watching this on the main channel anyway, and that's always been a wrestling channel, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm not going to get into that too much right now. But yeah, so I realized that, and I wanted to try and fix that, so I started bringing the wrestling content over back to this channel, having the game channel do its thing, and then have that third channel that was now created again. I was just going to make an archive channel, going to just like throw some stuff that wouldn't normally see the light of day on there. And that was the idea for it all, and I started out doing pretty well at the end of 2021 into the early part of 2022, and you know, there was bringing back the GM mode series that I mass recorded. I mass recorded a kind of a bigger portion of an episode, split it into 3 episodes, and then nothing's been done with that since. Along with that, I continued the Universal Reactions, which I have done a little bit since, and I do want to get into that a little bit more, because I do genuinely enjoy Universal Reactions, and I really want to get Tyson involved with some of them, because I just want to know kind of like where his head was at with some of those, and get his thoughts on some things, and know kind of like what was he thinking, or how does he feel now in retrospect, knowing that I did remove him from the series. Stuff like that, but we'll get into that later. Again, I had the Tyson's Quest to become Tournament Tuesdays champions, where like we recorded we recorded 2 episodes of Tournament Tuesdays about April-ish 2020, I want to say, and it took forever for me to finally get them out. No, April-ish 2021. It was 2021. So, but earlier 2021, took me forever to get them out. Finally got them out. And yeah, that was really cool. And I made the Tyson's Quest video where I kind of like went through, highlighted some stuff, got to use a song I love, which is The Story by Fivefold. Link in the description, obviously. And that video I still really like a lot. I made a short version and then a longer version, and kind of just detailed all of like Tyson's stuff, specifically on how long it took him to finally become Tournament Tuesdays champion. We recorded the 2 tournament remakes to coincide with my video remake series for that as well. I got the title back and did all that. That was cool. Then around the same time as well, the only other thing to talk about the main channel then would be the DPW content. The content I made within the first couple of months of Deadlock Pro Wrestling's lifespan. I really liked DPW, and I wanted to cover it more, especially since at the time, I don't know if anyone's done it now, I haven't done research on it, but at the time, no one was doing reviews or any sort of content like that for DPW, and I kind of had a nice little corner of the market for that. And it was cool. The views were doing really well at a more consistent level. Like, the videos aren't like the most viewed I've ever gotten, but on a like short time span in a consistent time, they did really well, and I love that a lot, and I wanted to keep continuing it, but I had a bit of a financial issue at the start of 2022 because it was right between, I was in between my savings in a little bit lower than I would have liked and getting another job, which I'll talk about in just a little bit. So yeah, bit of a financial scare and couldn't keep my subscription to DPW On Demand, which I do think with everything that they've done and how frequent they've been putting out content, DPW On Demand is a good wrestling subscription service. It is a bit pricey, but it's still being run by, 3 YouTubers who are all amazing, by the way. Tony, Pulse, and Johnny. Great. Love them all. And I do want to catch up with DPW. I just had an issue of my own and I couldn't keep up with it. But nonetheless, there was that. And then outside of all of that, it was also just kind of like bringing over the other wrestling content I'd made for the gaming channel, and then at the then time wrestling channel, bringing all that back over. Well, if I switch over the archive, what's now the archive channel, I haven't uploaded anything since the end of 2021, which was just the short version of the Fire Pro tournament. So if you watch this and you want to do stuff for Tournament Tuesdays, I do recommend checking out the shorter version of the Fire Pro tournament, just because it's like 14 minutes instead of like an hour and a half, and I just feel like I made it better. I got the good bits of that. So yeah, but the full version is still up for viewing. So yeah, the archive channel didn't really do anything else with it, just because, again, it's an archive channel now. There won't always be stuff on there. And the gaming channel, I really wish I would have done more. I wanted to, but I still haven't finished the Uncharted 2 Let's Play, which was there from the very beginning of the gaming channel. I did not do another episode of Last of Us Part 2, my New Game Plus playthrough. I didn't finish my Uncharted 4 video remake series. And I did start the Life is Strange remaster series, and I really want to get back to that because Life is Strange is like my favorite game ever. But again, I did one long recording session, recorded episode 1 of the game, cut it into 3 episodes for the channel, like them a lot, and just didn't do anything else with it. Then I started a Rock Band DLC tournament because at the time I had a lot of DLC. It was like, okay, I think a lot of these are fun. I want to see what I consider to be the most fun in a very me way. And I haven't gone past round 1 of that, and since I bought a lot more DLC, and I want to add a lot more to that. So you're probably going to get more Rock Band 4 content from me. Yeah. And then I did the PlayStation wrap-up for 2022, which I also did for 2021. There we go. Which I guess I should bring up the PlayStation wrap-up 2021 as well, because I didn't talk about that in the previous one. But yeah, there we go. That was pretty much the gaming channel wrapped up. And like I said, I wanted to do more with it. Again, I had a bunch of shit come up. When I got a job again after quitting my previous one, in November of 2021, I ended up getting 2 part-times because the 2 places that got back to me the quickest, they both told me they were going to give me about the same amount of hours. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just do both and have one work around the schedule of the other. And it worked out for a good 3 months. And then the other one that was actually paying me more gave me full-time hours and moved me to a department where I wouldn't have to deal with customers really. And I love that. So yeah, that was great. And I got to pretty much run that department. So it was cool. It was cool and I enjoyed that a lot. And I still am working there, and it's cool. And that's all I can say, yeah. But yeah, at the time, they said they're going to give me about the same amount of hours. And I did both for about 3 months before I got a full-time position with the one that's paying me more. And I was then given 2 small pay raises. So yeah, everything was working out great on the job, real-life aspect of things. But through all of that, I did really struggle, like I've said before, trying to get back and be consistent again. As we know, if you follow the channel in any way. I finally, I'd been doing a shit ton of planning for a long-running continuous universe mode, starting all the way from SVR 11, and I want to carry it into each game that has universe mode. Another creator beat me to that. Again, League of the Scripted his series, if I remember, because it's really good. He's now carried it from SVR 11 into 2K14, and he's doing great things with that. It's a lot of fun. So it's like, okay, well, how do I differentiate this and make it my own again? So I was like, okay, what if I do a prequel to the universe part of it? And I decided to start and do 3 episodes of SVR 09, carry that into SVR 2010, doing 3 months, getting from the Rumble into, or the end of December 2008, because I put like a real life time on it, because I thought that was kind of fun. Do that, carry it into the Rumble, all the way through until WrestleMania 25, and then after WrestleMania 25, carry it into SVR 11. That was the plan, and I do want to get back to it. And I do have some, and I do still have some footage I need to get out. But one of the times I went to record, I don't remember if I was recording this series or not, but I went to record something with my PS3, and because you have to use a splitter to record HD footage on the PS3, because Sony has this thing called HDCP that is turned on by default, you can't turn it off with the PS3. Yeah, because you have to use a splitter to counteract that, something happened with the HDMI port on my PS3, and last time I tried to use it, it would not show any picture. So I need to look more into that and potentially even get a new PS3. So yeah. Nonetheless, I do still want to get back into that, and I really push forward and do more with that too. Because, like, I really love the idea, and like I said, I just want to do more with it. I want to carry it over. And, like, there's a huge string of videos coming out, like, from April all the way in, from April 23rd all the way until June 2nd, there was like consistent uploads all the time for Universe Prequel. And then I didn't do anything on the channel at all until October again, where you got some more Universe Prequel stuff for a good consistent while. And then I did the re-edit of the We Guess Songs video, which, again, another video. The original's still up for you to watch, but watch the re-edit. It's significantly better. And then I did one more Universe Reactions video, which came out January 3rd of this year. And that's everything caught up content-wise. Not too much else to say about that. Actually, if I go all the way back, I did do some other things. I finished uploading all the casual Velocity No Mercy Universe footage that Tyson and I had. I did our promos, and then the 2 Tournament Tuesdays episodes recorded in April of 2021. Those came out as well, more TBW content. I ranked every single Tournament Tuesdays we did because I had 8 of them at that point, and I thought it would be fun, and I like that a lot. And then, yeah, that's about it for content-wise. I don't know. This year was weird for me. Like, it wasn't a bad year, and I wasn't really in, like, a bad place mentally. I had little bits of it here and there, like my current job. Not everything's been perfect, and I had to do some things I just really did not like for a while. But everything's good now, luckily, and like I said, like there are like bits and pieces of like a bad mental state, but yeah, overall, everything's just kind of fine now. And I'm hoping that, like, because I'm really in the mindset for like creating content right now, so I'm hoping I can channel that into like finally sitting down and recording the year in review that I'm doing now, and then hopefully take that and start recording a bunch of content again and trying to get that out. That's the goal right now. I don't really have anything else to say. I think this is going to be like the shortest year in review ever. Because, like, you know, I just don't have anything else to say. So there we go. That was the year in review 2022. Hopefully I said all I wanted to say. I know it's a month late, sorry. I'm going to try and make things better. And hopefully stick to it this time. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment down below, share it up on social media, do all that good stuff. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye, guys.